Hi, welcome to the second day of our tutorial on Frema. Now, I want to really appreciate everybody who watched the video on YouTube and who made their review well known. Now, there are two reviews I really want to talk about. One is on the sound, and I promise you, as the class goes by, we'll work on the sound very well. Now, secondly, there's another review that talked about um, the class was just a design of the Euro section, and I will make justice to that in the class tonight. Now, first off, I want to explain the size in Frema, how to size elements in Frema, because we're going to need that in this course. Now, let me zoom out and let's create a card. So we have okay. Now, here is the card. Let's give it another color. Let's bring the color. Let's give it 78778. So, and let's bring in another frame as this, and let me increase this card and let's rename it to card. So now let's type. Let's bring our text and come in. Let's increase right. Get your best movie on our platform. So let me change the width to bold. Change the width to bold, and let me increase the size to 25. So now we have this. So let's go into the text for the content. So let's change this back to 16. So we can create a text as the content on our platform. We have a lot of movies in store. A movie in store for our course, our viewers, and we will like you to visit our platform to view, to see most of our movies. Let me put that. So let's change this to 16. And let's remove both of it to regular. Let me zoom in for you to understand. So let's try to no, let's put it as this. Now we have the card. So with this card, let's add the card to our screen. The first thing we're going to do while we add our card to our screen is that we will want to size it up. We can't put our screen here, we have to size it. So how do we size it? First off, let's go down to the size. Are you with me? Now with the size, let's talk on the fixed size. Now the fixed size helps us to determine the width and the height of the element. Now we have a predetermined width that's 848 and a predetermined element that is 623. Now as we have this, we can choose to edit, to increase and to decrease. Are you with me? You can choose to increase and to decrease depending on what or the type of element or the type of project you're working on or the type of element you're using. So this gives us the exact determined size of the element. Now the second one is relative. Now relative is almost the same as fixed. It gives us the percentage covered by each element within the parent container. Now this covers 57% width of the desktop container. So it covers 57% width of the desktop container. It is also editable. We can increase, we can reduce. Now let's talk on fill. Now when you're talking about fill is a kind of a size whereby it automatically fill in the space. It automatically fill in the space within the parent container. Now it has filled up the elements to fill up the automatically fill the whole parent container. So when we change this card with the width, it's 1 FR and it's automatically filled up the container. Now the last one is fit contents. Let me take it back to now with the fit contents. Now this fit contents works within the elements. It has nothing to do with the parent container, but it works within the elements. It automatically fits the contents within the element. So it deals with the content within the element. So how do we work with this? Then we'll go into gap. We reduce the gap. Are you with me? Now that's that. So let's dive into our class for today, and as we go along with the class, we are going to understand it better now. So the first thing first we're going to do, the first and foremost, we're going to go into our navigation bar as explained in the last class. So we insert the navigation bar. That is the first thing we will be doing. Now with the navigation bar, when we double tap things within the navigation bar, so the first thing now with this navigation bar, I want us to add the sign up button and the signing button. But don't let us forget we are working on 1440 pixel. That's our size. So when we check, let's go back to home. So these are size. There's 1440 as per the width. So now let's dive back into this. So the first thing we will be doing is let's add in text. So let's type sign up, and let's bring in text again. So let's type sign in. So how do we do it? How do we create button? Now let's add stack to this. So we are stack. Automatically we've created the button. Now let's change the name of the stack to sign in stack. Yeah, let's put hash. So now when we check this on the stack of the sign-in, it's changed to fill. It automatically fills up the empty space. It automatically fills up the empty space. If you remember in the early class of the sizing that we talked about, or we started the class, we talked about fill up. It fills up. It automatically fills up the empty space. So in this case, we don't need a fill size. What we need is a fixed size. We want to have a particular fixed size. So we'll go to padding. Then we add our padding to be 10. And we reduce it to our taste, or to what we want. So if we're using the word our taste, we use what we want. So we reduce it to like, let me take this off. So we reduce it to like 150, or we reduce it to like 100. And with a stack, now let's add padding to 10. Let's increase it a little bit, like let's leave it on 100. So now let's edit our stack. So the first thing we're going to do is to go to fill. So instead of clicking on the fill to just fill in the color, the fill color, sorry, instead of just clicking the fill color, we can as well create a variable for the button color, because it is going to be reusable. Now let's create a variable. So let's create color. So we're creating a button color, and our button color, we want it to be deep blue. That's here, that's 040F57. So let's create style. So we click on the plus button and we name it as the button color within our star. Then we create. So if you check it out, now we have the color. So now I change the text color to be white. So just dive in up to white. Now if we zoom in, let's create a rounded corner. We can as well create a variable for a rounded button, but now let's create a variable. So that's our border. So let's create button. Sorry, we're not working on border yet. Sorry. We want to work on rounded corner, that's radius. So our radius is 10. So we've created the radius for the button. we've created the radius for the button. Now we are done with the sign up button. Now let's move into the sign up button. Now with the sign up button, we will do the same thing as we've done with the sign in button. We create stack. It automatically changes to few. We'll change our few to fixed and we reduce it to 100. So we add our padding. Our padding is 10. So that's default padding. We can as well create a variable for default padding now. So in this situation, we are not going to add our fill color. In this situation, we'll work with the border. So now when we click on the border, let's create a variable for border. Now with the border, let's name it as button border. So let's change the color to a button color, and we have, and then what we have our color, our border. Now let's add our radius and let's put 10. That's our radius. I would like us to create an hover state and a press state. So how do you create a press state and the hover state? So now with the hover state, let's create, come here, let me change the name to sign up hash. So now let's create components. Now create components. Now with the components, if you see with the components, our border is gone because we've created a component. Now let's add our border back. So how do we add our border back? We click on the variant and we go to border, and we create border. So let's create, I don't know why it's missing, but let's recreate. So let's change it to button border, and our color, and we leave it as 1 and solid. So let's change our text color. Let's leave our text color as black. So now we have our main button. So now how do we create the hover state? When we create the variable, we see the addition process here. We can as well create other variants by clicking on the button on the right, but let's click on the button below. So when we click on the button below, we have our hover state and our pressed state. So let's click on the hover state. So now with the hover state, what do you want us to have with the hover state? Now let's add a fill color. So now we click on the fill color, we have white, so let's change it. So deep down to button color, then we increase it a little for us to differentiate it from the sign in button. We can as well create star as our over blue, but I don't think we'll be reusing this type of a button again, so let's leave it as that. So let's change the text to white. So now let's create a style for white. So let's leave it as our primary color. I don't want us to use white, FFM. Let's use EB. So that's our primary color. You can as well like drag and to reset them. Now now we have our over state and our primary state, the over state, and let's create the pressed state. That when you press it, it's still going to. So now with the pressed state, let's add shadow. Now when we add shadow, let's add the inner shadow, realistic button, and let's just play around with it. So let's bring our X down to 10 and let's make our Y to 20 to 30. So let's bring it on 15 and then let's change the color back to, so let's have a color like this. So that's 90 ff. I think this is much more better. So we've created an over button with a realistic shadow. So let's create a variable for it because we're going to need. I don't think let's leave it as this and let's come back to our navigation bar and let's play what we've done. Now this is where we can review or preview what we've done. So when I come here, it's over, and when I come and decline it, it's over, and when we click and then we'll click the press state, it's not showing. Now if you notice something, there's a rounded radius within the over state. So let's go back and let's double click to change. So with this we can come to over button and we delete it. Same thing, come to over button and delete. So we delete I think it's changed. So I think it changed. Let's try and re-edit it. So let me have a view of what I'm doing. Let me have a view of what I'm actually doing. We said we want inner and make it more realistic, or should we use box, or should we make it more realistic? So let's this to come to there. Let's go to more realistic button. Let's take this to 6. There's a reason I'm changing to. Okay, let's change to realistic button. Let's change this to 15 and let's change this to 30. So let's try to reduce. So now let's go back to the nav bar and play. So I don't know why it's not, but if we see our other button is not there again, so I really don't know. It should be working. That's how it's done. So these are press states. We've created the first sign up component. Now the second create components. So now with this component, let's create the same way we've done with sign up. And so let's create the overstate. Now with the overstate, we don't want, now we are going to, let me zoom in. So let's change the overall color. So let's just click, then let's continue. So let's just click this, and we have a color like this. So these are over color, and same as the pressed. Let's just follow the normal way we are doing it before. So let's click and let's press the press state. So now with the press state, let's change the color down, and this the text color. Let's use this color, that's right. So we go back, and let's play. So can you see it's working? So when I click, it's over anything. Now can you see when you click it's, so I see now it's working. So now let's leave that aside. So now let's create a stack with this. So now we create a stack, and let's name it sign hash. So we change it from to fix, so fix it up. Let's fix it up without. So now let's zoom in a little bit, I think. So let's go back to stack, and we have this. So let's edit our links, the default links. Now with the default links, let's change the features to home. Let's change the features to home, and let me zoom in. Let's change discover to rent. Let's leave gallery, because we also have a gallery whereby you can go to check the cars. I don't know what they call it, probably gallery. So let's change our template to ride. I think we have ride, and let's change our services to our updates to services. I'm very sorry for that. Services. So let's create the link. Let's rename the, should we leave the link as link, or we should rename it? Okay, let's leave it as link. Now the logo, realtors, I don't even know what this is. Let's change the realtors. So let's change, let us have stack. So with stack can change this to, let's remove stack. So let's change the color to black, and let's change the font, because it's our logo, so we need a better font for what we're doing. Let me go to Merriweather. So let's use this, and let's change the width from regular to bold. And let's increase the size to 20. So You remember how we did it in our last class? I just dragged this from the layers panel into the top. That's the logo. Let me change it to logo. So let's delete the original, the default Framer logo. So all we need to do is to create gap for this. So now our links and our sign up, let's add them in the stack. Let's add them in the stack. So let's leave it as the logo. Let's say that the link side hash. So we change it from from fill. Let's use fixed. So it's fixed. Now we can now drag to, let's leave it on 700. Let's leave it on 700. And now when we click on the button, then let's create gap. So we can drag the gap. Sorry for that. Now we can drag the gap this much, and as well we create. So we create. I don't want it to be in the middle. So I think it's much more better off. It's much more better off like this. I don't want the links to be in the middle. That's why I just have to like define it like this. Then let's add padding. Let's put 20 as our padding, or let's put 50. Oh, sorry for padding for this. Let me give it to 0. So let's come down to this. So let's leave our right padding to be 20, and our left paddings to be 20. So let's have 12 as the default. Okay, now we are done with the nav bar. The only thing we can add to the nav bar is probably required shadow. So now let's add shadow to the nav bar. So let's the shadow to be outside, and for us to have a, let me go for, I want to see it first. Before we could, let me zoom in. So let's work on X. So let the X be 0. This one's down. That's with Y. That means we have to, I just want to see it. So okay, I think we have it better of like this, or 5. Then let's reduce it back to like 30. So we have our shadow, and now let's go back to our home. So now we have our shadow. Can you see it as it's really differentiated? Let's dive in back, and let's increase the blur. So to 6. Then now we have our shadow. I purposely, intentionally did this like that. You can as well not do that. So now let's go back into our links, and let's create components for each of them. So this home, let's create component for home. Now what I really want to do is, one, I want to add over button, just the over button, not the press button. So we click on home, then we click on over button. Now with the over button, what I want to do, then let's go to border. So border, instead of all, I need the bottom to be 2, and the right to be 0, the top to be 0, and the left to be 0. So now let's change the color to yellow. So we have another over button here, so over border, sorry. So let's increase this to like 5. So we have this for the home button. So now let's go back, let's zoom out, and let's click. Are you with me? Are you seeing it? Now we can also change it now to, we can also change it now. So when we are at the over level, we want this home to be big. So let's click on the text itself, and let's increase the text to 20. So let's increase the text to 20. The only thing you can do is just drag it out. So that's 20. So now let's go back to desktop. So you seeing it, it works. So automatically it increases itself, because so let's still go, and I think it's better off in this form. So now we are through with our home. Now let's go to rent, the same thing. So come to rent, still the same thing. We have our rent, then we click on over. So with the over, we come down to our border, then we change it to our border, we come back to our border, so our border is to 1, and then we change it to yellow. Now this is where we really need to know the kind of yellow we used for home. So let's click. So for us to, so then let's our star. So this would be over yellow, because it will be reusable. So go back, and then let's go to rent. So yeah, we change it to over yellow. So we had we're still on the border. So when you click, it's to then change this to 0, this to 2, 0, 0. So now let me go back to home, and let me see if I just want us to have the same thing. So when you click, it's actually 5, not even 2. So let's change this to 3. So and the same thing as rents. So let's change it to 3. Now let me do something different now. So since we'll be using it all over, so let's go to content and to create component and gallery hash. So now with this, let's create the over. So I want to, so the border, let's create variable for it. So now let's choose over border. So now we have the over border, and let's change the color to yellow, over yellow, and let's change this to 5. That's bottom to 5. 0, 0, 0. So we have, so now the others, let's change to create components. That's right. And we create over, so with so coming, so let's create the same thing as our border yellow, and this to 5, and this 0 0 0. The same thing applicable. Now one thing is home 20 and 20 texts 20 and 15. Now I'll do it to, so text is to 20 and text, so again to gallery, text is to 20 and same thing is applicable. Let's drag it over, so right this to 20 and let's drag it out. The last one, service create components. Create components for service, and we'll follow suit as well. So the service, same thing, comes down to border yellow, so this to 5, 0 0 0. Our nav bar is completed. So we'll play for the nav bar, then our nav bar is completed. Now we have issues there, so we're going to correct it. Now let's go back. So what are the issues we have? The first one is with gallery and this, and the over is 5. Let me check one, 3. So let's go back to navigation and then we'll change it to 3. Same thing applicable to right. So change it to 3. And service, the same thing, change it to 3. And one thing about the service is not increasing, so let's put it to 20. Now let's check it out. Are you with me? So now we are done with, we can as well do the same thing with the logo, but let's do the logo as that. So we are done with the nav bar. So now let's continue. So As we explained in our last class, let me bring in a frame. So now let's bring in a frame and let's give it a primary color. So let's add another frame to it within the frame. Let's add another frame within the frame. So let's change it from the default to other color. Now with the other color, now we have this define. So if we check our size, it's on fixed. So now let's download our image. So let's download the image again. If we go to layout inside the image and let's bring our image here. I want our image to be bigger than. Let's take it out. Let's take it to okay, and let's change it to background. This is where we're going to work more on our. We're going to work more on our background. So we can have something of such. Let's put it within. So now when we zoom down, we're going to manage the image because this image is not well defined. Let's take it back. So we have it like this. Let's reduce the. I want to get something up. Yeah, it's far better like this. So now the first frame will be Euro section. The first frame will be Euro section. So now we've gotten this. So now let's type our text. So now with the text, we can as well edit looking to save more on your rent cars. So question mark. Now let's work on this. So let me zoom in and let's leave it as Merriweather. Let's change it to Roboto. So with Roboto we can leave it to bold and as well change the size. Now let's change the size. So let's get this divided and let's increase the size again. Now let's work on the line. So let's put it on 1.4. So what are the other things required? Let's add another small frame. So for us to So now let's add yellow. That's our color. Let's leave it as this, or let's give it other color. I see how easy it is to work with it now. So now let's duplicate, and we move as high as 16, and then we change it from bold to regular. Then we can as well type sheets. So this should be content, content. So full stop, and let's reduce this content, and so let's have our content like that. Now the next one we'll be working on is another button. Now with this button, let's create another button now. So let's come to text within the euro section, and let's turn to rent now, and then let's have this as same thing as rent now, and contact. Let's put contact. No, let's put contact. Let's put, now we have rent down. Let's go buy now. Let's see, get a driver. So let's add stack. So instead of relative, let's go fixed, and let's reduce. Sorry for that. So now let's reduce it to let's use right now. So we're going to add our the same thing we edited. So let's change it to button, and text to white, and let's go back to rentals, and what are the other things required? Let's add padding to 10. So what other things? Let's change this to 20. So we're looking at 44 at this point, and let's change to 20. So let's add other things like radius. Yeah, let's add other things like radius. That's what rounded corner to be 10. I'm coming. I'll work on it. And then let's also add shadow. Let's add shadows. So now we have it. So let's blow it more. And we have a shadow now. So the same thing as stack. Change it from relative. If we can get the whole idea of, so this is 138. So change this to fixed 138, and let's change its name to GAD guard. So we add pattern to 10, and so instead of having a few color, let's give it some border. So the border will be like 2, and change it to 14 color. So the next thing is to change this to 10. That's the radius. So we have both, or better still, can we change it to white, pure white? So let's also add shadow. Let's add shadow. So now we have the hero section. We're done with the hero section. Then the next one we want to talk about, or want to work on, is the search. Let me reduce this a little bit. No, let's leave it. So now let's add another frame. So work with frame. Let's add another frame. So now let's bring this frame down. So now we have a different frame entirely. So still within. So we have, let's put our frame inside the hero section. Let's take it out. So we want this inside the hero section. So now we have other. So let's change it to search bar. And with the search bar we can also insert. Now let's change it to, from default, change it to same primary color, but the only thing here is that we're going to add shadow. Let's add shadow, so it differentiates. So we have one, and also click on, we can also add another shadow for us to now I think we have this settled. So now let's add our radius. So now you add this for search. So for search now, we can, let's take this off, and then let's go to insert, then let's come to icon. So icon now with the icon, now this is this class. Now we can as well look for any of the icon we want here. So we're looking for location icon. So let's go to location. think we've passed the location LO. So I really don't. I think I have one. I saw location on laptop. So what are the other location? I think they don't have it here. We don't have it here. Let's get this done first. Navigator. I'll change. I think this okay. So let's bring in a navigator down inside this frame, and then let's change that default to. Let's create another style for black. So let's name it secondary color. So let's put it on front. So now we have a secondary color. So you can as well reduce it. So now let's add color, and then let's add text. Let's add text. Yes, I don't know why it's like this, so let's change it. So now let's take it back. So first one is we're changing it to choose location and let's come here and all I did was to pick the two together and let's align them to the middle, and then let's add frame. So adding frame, now we've grouped them together. Now let's put CL, and you can as well zoom, so you can as well copy or duplicate. So second duplication, we come to pick a date. Pick a date. So with the pick a date, let's put the fixed. Fits. Now when you put a comment instead of fixed, then put fit content. Are you seeing it? Instead of fixed, we put fit content. Same thing applicable to fee, you can put fit content. So it automatically fits the content. And let's pull PAD, that's pod. So now lastly, let's change the logo here. So search instead of navigator. Let's go to calendar. I pray they have it here. Oh, they have calendar. So it automatically changes. So others. Now the last one is what's the return dates. So we have a return date, same thing as calendar. So come by here, then so put it as calendar, Now the last one, let's just copy this rent and let's just put it here. So last, instead of rent, we're going to change it to search. So let's change it to search. Now we have to increase the padding here, so we can manually increase it. So you can manually increase it now. So we are done. We're almost done with the row section. We're also almost done with the row section. So let's add a rounded corner, adding radius. Now we have the arrow section designed, so let's work on the arrow section. That's one. So other one, let's bring in another frame. So this frame is just for partners. So now let's change this gallery to, let's change this to partners. So now we have our partners. Now same thing applicable to, let's take it to a primary color. So we can as well put in any text. So let's increase this to, so text. What are the text? Let's put Greek Motors. Let me zoom in for you to see. Let's get to reduce this a little. So and let's increase, let's change the fonts. We can put any font we like so far. So far we can change this again from, so we can keep, instead of this, let's change it to Toyota cabin. Are you seeing it? So these are our partners. Now let's rename this to Springfield taxi. Springfield taxi. So Springfield car. So let's change this to, and so just creating different, it's based on imagination. So now let's do this as Volvo. So let's change the, so we can also find Now Volvo. Now we have Volvo. So others should be within Ninja use. Ninja use. So, and lastly, we have another chance. One Siak. So with the fonts, let's get a new font. Now we have a new font now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Align them together and align them together and so I want us to I want us to so sorry for this, then we'll work on the gaps. Let's go to partners. Let's see. So let's once we get something straight. Now what I'm trying to do is to create spacing with this. Let's add them into frame so we can so let's add them into frame and it works. I'm really looking for the gap, so I'm actually looking for the gap. You can actually stack them all, then stack is better. So now let's change it to partners partners. So yeah, we're done with that, and so let's try to bring it down. So you're working on a single page website. Well, what are the other things we need within the website? So we need now let's bring in another frame. So in this frame you work with, let's bring the frame. So with the frame and let's have the frame here. Let's put it to few content. Let's change a few contents. So now with the few content, are you seeing it? So let's change it to primary color. So let's change this to rent. Let's bring in one of, I like to copy and paste when you're working. Okay, let's go to text and let's type rent. So let's change the font. Now I really don't think we have a motto. So let's change the width to bold and so the middle. Now with the rent, let's bring in let's bring in another image. We can as well copy, but let's bring in another image. Let's bring in another image. Let's bring in this. I'm not using a paid version, that's why. So we can't really have a full class today. But don't worry. I know our people are capable on bringing in. Let's. So now we have this. Now let's write something meaningful. So let's talk about the car. Let me copy and paste this. So let's change the name to, let's change the contents to few. The best Philips experience. I'll change it. Feel the best experience with our rental dues. So let's remove this now. So let's bring it out. So we can also reduce. Can also reduce the fonts. Can also reduce the fonts, or better still, so let's bring in different contents. Let's reduce it more. Or let's have something like this. So let's zoom in. So now let's bring in content on due for every budget. So the same thing, let's bring in so go to inside, let's bring in icon, then come to icon and let's go material. So the same thing applicable, let's bring it in and let's zoom in for us to know what we're doing. So let's reduce the size and let's reduce the size from to 25. So now let's reduce it to 20. We're increasing it. Let's reduce it to 20. Yeah. So we can have a hierarchy like this, and let's change this to from home to budget. From home to budget, we have business. I can't see budgets. Okay, now let's put business there. I don't know. Let's put business. Let's put business now. Okay, I think this is better. So the same thing comes to this, and let's reduce it to 16. So let's remove the width to regular and comma. So I'm just typing rubbish though. So now let's have it like this. Now let's add frame. Let's change to cont range. So this we can as well add frame. So let's add frame. Let's put this to rent. So car. So frame. So now let's have a frame as due board. So the second one, now we can as well copy and paste by that. So let's have this. Let's align it. Let's change this to best price. So let's change this to I think it could. Let me see if we have price. So price would be like PR. Okay, I think then let's put price check. So let's increase this board. So what is this? Oh. What frame is this? What frame is this? Which one frame? I don't get it. Okay. That's our frame. That's our original frame. That is fixed. The renter is few. Are you getting it? That's our original frame. So let's duplicate the last one. And so you can actually work it as fit container and then upper. So this same thing to fit container and align to the top. So fit container then align to the top. Now let's find the last one. Let's put 24/7 customer key. So it's the same thing. Let's come here. Let's check it out. Customer. Customers. Let's put in call. Let's put in call. Okay, now. So we have this. So now we've done. Let's reedit this. Let's put partners before friends. So now we worked on the rent, on partner, and now we've done rent. So second to the last, let's go on ride. So now let's drag it down a little bit and let's insert another one. Now do this. Let's use our watercolor. So yeah, that's few. So now let's just bring in another car. It should be insert an image. Let's bring in another car. So let's bring in this. Yeah, okay, thank God it works better. Now let's so Then let's add this and let's copy again. So let's change it to white. So firstly, let's change this to what are we running on? Alright. So let's change this to so I'm coming so let's change it to right. Now let's change the color to white. So let's bring this up here to be the middle. Then get your car here with get your car here. So let's bring it down here and so with this we can actually have a pause. So next one is a service. So I want to do something very spectacular about this, but I think we've spent a lot of time, but I'll be fast with it. Now the first thing we'll be doing is we are going to give a name to our cars. So this is let's put Mercedes Benz. So now let's give it Mercedes Benz. I'm not sure if the calling of Mercedes is correct, but for now. So Mercedes Benz and let's put money. So let's put 50 points 50 for rent. How can we make this more? Add it to frame. Then let's change it to car loan. Now we have the car loan. So I really don't want it to be that detailed. So we can have a brief history here, or can we leave it as that? Or better still, so let's get it like this. Car loan as well as this. So let's get another car. So let's add this. I'm still Still not happy with getting all this. So I think we have this. Oh, I thought I've worked on. Coming. I feel we should have worked on the. Let me type PNG. Yeah, I think we have a PNG. We have PNGs here. Let's make use of. Okay. Let's make use of this. The same thing. Coming. Let's get to use our existing right. No. So we have the third one. So let's work on. Let's put it in and let's reduce. Same thing. So what's the size? Size is 450. Are you with me? 450. So now let's change this to 450. So we change the car. Change the car. I think this have this is part of our class. So now let's change this to because we have 450. Now so now let's do this. So next one is so first let's Mercedes. Let's change it to Audi. I don't know. It should be. See the other way of changing name. Audi, and this is 38.49 as the 38.49, and the last one Next one will be next one will be ja Jaguar. Let's have this to be let's have this to be 42. Another thing we want to do is to let's copy let's put lines now. So let's change the background to white. No, I want a better background. Or better still, let's change this background to blue. Now we can now get this background. You can get this view background to other color. So we have rental. So the same thing goes to this. The same thing goes to this. So that's we're getting to a close. Don't feel bad. Just try and get it. It gets to the close of the class. So now this to ride. Now let me do it a little bit. So for me. So let's get this. So now let's first thing first, let's get this. Let's get this. And let's align them. So let's drag it a little bit. Let's drag it down a little bit. So the same thing is applicable to this. So the third one, and the third one shoots proportionally. So 1, 2, 3. So now we have this. Now you see now I'm aligning them. So next one is to come with audio. Then we align. So now this, I like to change this other color, the background to blue. So let's continue, and we're getting there. So let's change it to so let me get this straight off. So I think we have this. So let's drag a little bit, let's zoom in. So then service. So how do we work on the service? So service, let's bring this down. So now let's bring column for service. Now each column, be okay. So service, let's put service. Let's put service. Let's put service here. There's a reason. There's a thing I'm trying to achieve here. Well, it's unachievable if you can't. So that's why I removed this frame. So service, part of our service is building car. Let's change this to a primary color. So one of our services is to build car. So let's just take this for the last time. Let's get this straight up. So come with the cars and be like what of our service provide drivers services. So first thing first, coming. So now this. So if we dive in deep and so now let's have so just trying to get so that's the start. So I'm busy writing jargons and so we have this as part of our service. Add frame, now let's put PDS. So another PDS. Now I have another one here. So let's do one of our services buying used cars. So the other one, so this is PUC. So now the last one is scrap. scrapping thing. So now we have our service here, and that's all. So go to insert, and it comes to navigation or section. Let's come to section, navigation, menu. So now the same thing, this frame we can be useful with each other. So let's put it on few. So now let's change this to a normal color. So I don't know, so but I want to get something. Let's so I want to add just review contracts, FAQ, trusted by. Wow. So let's check out the pages section. So I feel we've lost some of our file. FAQ, signing. So menu. So part of the pages. Link page blog. Let's go to section. Let's use this. So the same thing. No. I think we can. So now primary color. So when we dive in, no, this is not what I need. So let's click this and let's do this. Then we'll get to insert. I don't need to know content, navigations, section, FAQ, trusted by. I just want something meaningful for the footer. So that's why. So collection of data, menus, section, pages. So the footer. So let's get the footer. I don't really know. Let's print. Let's type footer. Results. I really wish us to have, because I don't even know where to start with the. If you don't have the. So now, so we're back. I'm back online now. So now let's add. So first thing first, let's go now. We're back. Let's go to, let me copy. Let's go back, paste. So now let's be working on the footer now. Fixed. I testimonial. Sorry, I made a big mistake. Let's put in so let's click on, let's delete this, click on this, and now let's change the primary color to copy, and to paste. Now let's change it back to 30. So let's change to 30, and so then so let me get this string. I'm having serious issue. So so and let's have this. Yeah, and so let's have this. So let's change this. Coming. So let's change it to oh, 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 corporate office. So let's reduce this to 25. Let's add this up to 25. Same thing as now. That's corporate office. Now let's take this down. Now let's change this to annex office. So now okay, so yes, so now so with this let's bring in an image. Just bring in a sort. Let's bring in logo. So I'm going to reduce it drastically. So the first logo comes those. Right, 2, 3, 4. Now let's have Instagram here. So Instagram. So next one, let's go for Twitter. That would 3. So just like Twitter. Twitter. Next one, let's go to Facebook. Let's go to Facebook. So Facebook, FA. So let me go Facebook. Okay, Facebook. Then last one, LinkedIn. So link when. So now we have LinkedIn now. So let me add the last frame. So that's our last frame. So I'm coming on to, okay, now let's do it. Let's make just this. So okay, so now the same thing applicable to this. So let's find the copyright. Copyright. Okay. 2009. So let's change the color for. Oh, we'll finish with the footer. So let's change this to white. Now copyright 2025. So now we can as well change this to 20 and so okay, let's rewind. So now with the power, so then we play. Now we have a single page website. So yes, we have a single page website. Then so let me walk you through it. So these are on. So by the time we are doing by the time we start prototyping, we'll see where prototype to. So this is the home. This page are the partners. This is the rent. This is ride. This is service, and these are the footer. Now let's prototype. So now we have the reception, partners, rent, ride, service. So what's this? This is footer. And this is copy right. Now how do we do it? Let me zoom in and click on home. Home should interact with new transition. No? Double click. So it should link to Let's watch. Now the hero section. I'm coming. So link let's to no so come on partners. So my click link. Why are we getting this on? How are we doing this on? That's so we are not that safe. We are safe, but now. So with this we are done with the single page website. So in our next class we will start on prototyping it. Let me export this. Export. Yeah, and let me just do 3. Export. No.